barely chilling, freezing to death with Vincent here. Once the water starts to boil, he grabs the kettle and walks over to me. Oh, hello. You have a ton of CGR actually, sir. You actually look quite handsome here. You can't even tell he's like, what? Honestly, so far the vibes with Vincent here, he's more independent and dependable compared to Cass's route where he seemed to like, you know, that best friend that you like fuck around with. As in like bully, but like friendly bully. Like you guys bully each other kind of vibes. This one, not so much. Leaving the tea to steep, Vincent sits down and slips beneath the blankets with me. Don't think I'm getting fresh. What the hell does that mean? It doesn't matter, I don't even care anymore. I already feel like garbage. In an attempt to get comfortable, I unintentionally move myself closer to him, but when Vince's shoulder accidentally brushes against me, I feel how insanely cold he is. Gathering up the courage to turn to him, I notice how awful he looks. He has a fat lip. His face is blue from the cold and he's shivering uncontrollably. Having caught my gaze, irritation returns to Vincent's glassy eyes, and I bite my lip. He's far too proud to show any weaknesses. After a moment of arduous deliberation, I come to a decision and I'm convinced it's the right one. I wrap my arms around Vincent and embrace him tightly. Don't touch me, you busty fool. How can such a skinny, fragile body contain so much anger? Vincent's words are as hurtful as I had feared, but he doesn't try to withdraw from my arms. Maybe I should pay more attention to what he does than what he says. Sometimes you gotta do that. He's probably the type to bully you, but as in like, I like you kind of way. I press my cheek against his silky hair and feel his warm hands move shyly and awkwardly to my back. This uncomfortable silence makes me feel like I need to say something to break the tension. Tell Vincent you hate him. Alright, I remember this choice. Honestly, I would love the hugging. Well, no, I don't think I would tell him hugging him feels nice, actually. You're a moron, I hate you. I hate you even more, idiot. We love this. We love this, you know? Enemies to lovers. We love to see it. The atmosphere between us doesn't exactly improve after we exchange insults. Abruptly pulling himself from my embrace, my slightly warm Vincent stands up to pour our libation? Drink. I brutally force myself to swallow the strongly infused tea as Vincent glances suspiciously at my sour face. Oh, he's blushing! He's blushing! Fortunately, he doesn't say anything. Now that you seem to have calmed down, let me enlighten you to the shit you're about to get yourself into. Alright, someone to actually tell us everything. I mean, Castle did the same, I think, kind of, I don't know. The doors in the corridor don't work like regular doors. The act of opening a door and the image of what is behind it, one cannot exist without the other. In order for things to work, you need to synchronize your thoughts with your actions. Having been here a while, I'm sure you knew something was behind that door, but not exactly what. And because you hadn't learned how to visualize things properly, your mind kind of created an empty space with nothing. I don't know why I didn't explain all of this to you. I think I remember I mentioning something about it, but it's starting to make a lot more sense hearing Vincent describe it so simply. To use a door, you need to clearly understand where you're going. You wanted it to leave, but you didn't understand where that door led. If you had walked right through it, you would have ended up in the in-between, a place where only eternity waits. Did I really risk? I can't believe I acted so impulsively. And that isn't even the worst thing that could have happened, by the way. There's worse? What could possibly be worse than an endless void? I stared blankly into my mug. Thank heavens I managed to open the door with you and had enough time to envision our destination. Although honestly, I wouldn't call this a good one. Anyway, I told you to sit there to not only stop you from running for the door, but to calm you down a little. Those doors are crutches for ignorant and untalented Kwanzis. In fact, all of the doors in the endless field are nothing more than beacons to prevent calm my voice. To prevent idiots from wandering astray. Still, a distressed Kwanzi might end up running aimlessly through that field of infinitesimal probabilities. Their every move changing reality around them is totally uncontrollable and entirely unpredictable. Not exactly the best way to spend the rest of your life, huh? Thank you for saving me. It was nothing. Ignoring Vincent's dismissive comment, I continue. So were you really that angry about the others, wanting to use my powers for themselves? The whole situation is vile and disgusting. Using your own ignorance and stupidity against you is disgraceful. They came up with mating habits, like something you'd see on the Discovery Channel. And what infuriates me the most is that I was forced is that I was forced to participate in it all. And not just in courting you, but dragging you into that den of perversion. Those animals conspired to keep you in the dark over the nature of your gifts, so that you would accept, mouth open wide, their bestial courtship without question, which is, in fact, exactly what happened. Alright, but I feel like the most innocent one here is probably Mark, because he just hasn't been here the whole time, right? Mark gave no fucks. He didn't bother staying. So technically, I feel Mark is the best husbando. He didn't give me any kind of attention whatsoever. But I also feel like he was a throwaway character for us to love, but never have. Because, you know, there's characters like that in video games. Listening to this, I can't help but feel hurt by it all, but I remain silent, wanting to hear Vincent's tirade to its end. But the main player here is, of course, Ein. He would slip you to one of his 5 and wait until you were fully trained. Wait, what? One of his 5? Where the 5? And when you were ready, he would bend you beneath him to enjoy. Ew, what the fuck? That's a great plan. That's freaking ingenious. It's a what? Excuse me? The ambiguity of Vincent's words had my cheeks flushing. He's the last person I want to discuss such things with. And he's blushing too. Do you know what pisses me off the most? That I was clueless about it all? When I rescued you from the Altis, I thought I was protecting a Genia, a Quanzi with legendary abilities, the appearance of which can be counted on one hand. I thought you'd be some extraordinary being. Is he upset I'm just some regular degler girl? Already battered by Vincent's verbal attacks, all I can do is stare at him in confusion. Where is he going with this? But it turns out the only extraordinary thing about you is your stupidity. Aw, thanks, man. His words sting, but they don't add up. If I was that much of a disappointment, I wouldn't think you'd risk a blow to the face for me. What happened to the dialogue? I guess a moment of silence. Yeah, so I stopped the debauchery in the party room, but only because it was absolutely painful to watch. Do you really think I enjoy looking at naked men? You did quite a lot for me just before that, and there were no naked men around then, mind you. The humanity. It's clear Vincent is done with this conversation. Yes, I am naive, and if you want to call it stupidity, then so be it. Oh, I can find a lot more things to call you. Vincent shoots me a dismissive glance. I'm apologizing right now if you guys hear the lawnmowers going. And I can't help but buckle under his disapproval. Oh, I'm so sorry I don't live up to your lofty expectations. But whatever I am, it's far better than your disgusting self. Girl, you're also a Quanzi in a way, aren't you? Like a Genia, a variant, or whatever. I won't argue with you on that. I have you beat there. Vincent's answer is cold and indifferent. How am I supposed to respond to that? Why does he have to be so unpredictable? I don't think... Well, I feel like I can't predict most humans, so everyone's unpredictable. Unless you've been around them for a while and you know what their next step is. Vincent bites his lip and looks away, his brief outburst once again giving way to apathy. Does he actually care about me? We need to leave, now. I really feel like Vincent's a favorite. He has all these different arts here. Wait a second. We're leaving? Again? To where? Not back there, that's for sure. Once again, I'm in the middle of things I don't understand. Giving me no time to gather my thoughts, he firmly grasps my hand and pulls me to the door of the hut, then stops as if listening for something. Don't think. You're good at that. Alright. Don't think, where am I? Where am I? Where the fuck am I? Trust him? Is that a choice? Yes, trust him, okay. I want to believe Vincent. Ugh, I never learn. I let Vincent take my hand and pull me to the door. He seems super vigilant right now, like he's listening for something. I'm begging you, no questions. I'm about to retort, but Vince suddenly pulls me through the open door. And for a moment, we're back in the cool. I see Cass's face, then Vincent slams the door shut behind us, and the 3 of us walk through another. The cool leads us into a dense forest that is untouched by the autumn's chill. Before I have a chance to think about what is happening, I'm once again dragged along by hand. Oh my god! Cass? Are you alright? Where'd you get these injuries? In the party room. Unable to keep up with their pace, I begin to slow down. Cass, who somehow managed to switch places with Vincent without me noticing, is pulling me forward, just a little further. He looks worn out, like he has been in a fight. There's scratches all over him and blood smeared across his clothes. We only stop when we reach a meadow within the thick forest, and Cass shoves me into the clearance. Vincent collapses to the ground. Don't leave this patch of chamomile. Chamomile? And then stumbles over to Vincent and falls down next to him. I stare questioningly at Cass as I slowly move toward them. We're spent. Just give us a minute to recover. I can't help but notice how much more talkative he is now. Something serious must be going on. Falling to my knees, I join them on the carpet of chamomile. That sprint really got my lungs burning, and my legs are done for, not to mention all those scratches I got from scraping past so many branches. But I doubt we're out of the woods yet. After a few minutes of literally out of the woods. After a few minutes of rest, both Vince and Castle sit up. Ein can't hear us here, and time is short. I need to tell you something important. Vincent laughs nervously. What's with these constant, like, random, like, they cut off the dialogue on us? Like the box. Oh my god, are you already dying? Excuse me? You can only enhance the powers of the one you love. There, I said it. As hard as it was for me. Aw, he must feel so embarrassed. Well, I have no idea how the situation could possibly get any worse. So then, that means they all had intended to seduce me so that I would make them more powerful. Precisely. It's my fault you're in this position. I thought their plan would be harder to pull off than it was. Falling to the ground again, Vincent covers his face. You're a fool, and your power is dumb. Yeah, I am a fool, and he's right about that. It figures that a loser like me would end up finding out that I have the worst superpower ever in this stinking world of superheroes. The ultimate support character. I'm just a modification for someone else, surrounded by people who will do anything in their power to get their hooks into me. This is where you're also going to have a lot of trust issues because you don't know if they're in it for you or in it for your powers. Like, this is a terrible power. Well, congratulations, Michiko. This brand new world is nothing more than a cover for mystic prostitution. What should I do? I don't want to go back. How quickly you changed your tune. It was only hours ago that you were completely fine with their attention. I thought they just wanted to be friends. You definitely have a strange understanding of what constitutes friendship. Eyes burning with determination, Vincent suddenly jumps to his feet. Whatever the case, I won't be able to live with myself if I leave things the way they are. Cass immediately spins around and blocks Vincent's path. We're not doing that. It's too dangerous. But it's the only way. No. What are they even talking about? Stunned and feeling absolutely helpless, all I can do is stare at them. Aye. What the fuck is that noise? Is that water? It's so entertaining watching you argue. Oh, ew, it's Victor! I just realized. You're a schizo, you know that? What's a schizo? I kind of forgot this part. Ew, man. Are all those bugs? Ew, it sounds like water. But like crawling water? Victor's voice hisses at us before he emerges from behind some bush. Did you forget about my tracking skills? In the short time we have been away from him, Victor's appearance had changed dramatically. Dark circles now surround his eyes, and his face seems drawn and gaunt. He looks like he's lost at least 10 pounds, which is a startling sight considering his usual slender physique. And he's wearing a slight smile as he licks dry lips with a pierced tongue. Involuntarily, I grab onto Cass's arm, but the most awful thing is his bloody feet. The ground around them is teeming with little blood-like black creatures that squeak vilely as they reach their countless claws out to us, and their numbers are multiplying. Damn, he forgot to take his pills again. Vincent curses as Cass lifts me into his arms, the carpet already crawling around us. I'm not here to fight you. With trembling hands, Victor takes a red pill out of his pocket and attempts to pop it in his mouth. But his shaking so fiercely, he ends up dropping it in the grass and is forced to the ground in search of it. Like lines of very big ants, the disturbing creatures began climbing up Cass and Vincent's legs. Filthy bastards! Vincent hisses as he dances around trying to crush some of the hideous army beneath his boots. One of the things manages to climb all the way up to Cass and onto me, then sinks its incredibly sharp proboscis. How do you pronounce? I can't English, and so my arm begins sucking. It's drinking my blood. I try to rip the creature off of me, but my fingers only slide through its sticky nastiness as the vile thing continues to suck on me. You can't get rid of them. Close your eyes and don't watch. Excuse me! So I'm just gonna die like this? Found it. Victor finally stands up with a triumphant smile on his face, and I'll never forget the sight. The creatures cling to every inch of his body, including his face, which is now a swarming black mass. I can't even see his eyes. But the absolute scariest thing is that Victor doesn't seem to mind what is happening to him. Definitely removing a few of the creatures from his mouth, he quickly swallows the pill. and disgusting things begin to squeak sadly as they slowly disappear. The instant the last one is gone, Victor's face falls face first onto the grass. You should have a timer on when you gotta take your pill, like birth control, Victor. Just saying, just so we don't have to deal with that, with the monstrosity that he just showed us. All right, at least the sound is gone. But we're gonna stop here for today's episode. A lot of stuff going on. I hope you guys are enjoying it, because I surely am, with all like this like, it's not like a slow pace compared to like the lunar route, but we're also not but anyway also we're also learning like more lore here, so that's interesting. But thank you guys for watching today's episode. Stay beautiful, and I will see you guys in the next one.